That's that cross you gotta carry while you're in this truth, man. This is John chapter 6, verse what? 6, um, verse 15. When Yahushua therefore perceived that they would come and take him by force to make him a king, he departed again into a mountain himself alone. Okay? So again, this walking in this truth is a solitary path. Solo, man. Do you understand? Because you got a different spirit. You have to understand spirits are real. Have you ever felt that when you're among people and you feel like one guy has a different energy and it's kind of repelling, and his energy is kind of like off-putting. He's got a weird type of energy, man. And that's spirits, man. So when you're among people of the world, you don't agree with them. So eventually you're gonna be at odds with them. And then you're gonna find yourself cast out. It's either you're gonna remove yourself, they're gonna remove you from their company, or the Most High are gonna do something where you don't walk with them because your spirit is not intertwined with theirs. You don't agree with them, so you can't walk with them. Do you understand? It's a spiritual thing. So right, loneliness, man, being solitary. That's where the word soldier comes from. That's where the word solo comes from. Right. Back in Lamentations again, 3:28, he sitteth alone and keepeth silence because he had brought it upon him. Jeremiah 15. Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 17. Um, let me start with verse 15. Jeremiah 15, verse 15. O Yahweh, thou knowest, remember me and visit me, and revenge me of my persecutors. Take me not away in thy long suffering. Know that for thy sake I have suffered rebuke. For the gospel's sake, man, you suffered rebuke. Okay? Thy words were found, and I did eat them, and thy word was unto me the joy and rejoicing of mine heart. For I am called by thy name, O Yahweh, God of hosts, or armies, right? I sat not in the assembly of the mockers, nor rejoiced. I sat alone because of thy hand, for thou hast filled me with indignation, with righteous anger. You see that? So the Lord, when you have sickness or whatever, you're separated from the world, and then you realize that you can't enjoy the engage in the pleasures of this life. The Lord has deprived you of that almost like a privilege to partake in the pleasures and the luxuries of this life, because you just don't look like you don't look like you're worthy to partake in these pleasures. Okay, people don't want to include you into their circle. They cast you out because you don't look the part. You're not tall enough, you're not good looking enough, your stature is not handsome enough, you look too sickly, you look plagued, you look diseased. So they'll cast you out, man. And you develop a resentment to the world. You have a almost like a indignation. You don't sit with the mockers and everything. You become deeper. You have no other choice but to become deeper, because the affliction. That's what affliction does to you, man. Okay, that's what affliction does to you, right? So and the scriptures talk about how you love not your lives unto the death. This is Revelations 12, verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. That's Esau. Esau, he's the accuser of us. Okay? He's the one, he's the one that put us in poverty, man. Okay? He's the one that's dictating to us what to sing about, what to rap about. Okay? He's the one making us to over sexualize ourselves. He's the one that's giving us the philosophies of this place, feminism and all this shit, right? And so when we start engaging in the same things he's taught us, we look crazy out here, man. As a people, we look crazy out here. Our communities is destroyed. We're now killing one another, hating one another. But he's the one that taught us to hate ourselves by deceiving us, by giving us his idols to worship, the white Jesus, the blonde hair, blue-eyed white Jesus. And now we're worshiping that. Now we hate ourselves. Now we're doing a job on ourselves. We suffer from a thing called self-hatred. He's the accuser of our brethren. Now all of a sudden we're the murderers and the thieves now. You know what I'm saying? Our enemies have trained us to hate ourselves. So it says, verse 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. So we overcame the accuser by the blood of Yahushua, the grace and faith. Okay? And by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. And these are the same, the poor, the maimed, the halt, the blind. Okay? Destitute of prosperity. These are the same ones that love not their lives. We hated our lives, man. Do you understand? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hold on, let me see if I got any more on this. Hold on. Yeah, so this is Proverbs 3 verse 34. Surely he scorneth the scorners, but he giveth grace unto the lowly. Right, grace is given unto the lowly. Okay, the blood of the lamb was given unto the lowly. Proverbs 11 and 12. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. Okay, the excellency of this knowledge. Proverbs 16 and 19. Better is it to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. Okay. Zechariah 9 and 9. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just and having salvation, lowly, and riding upon an ass, and upon a colt, the foal of an ass. Yeah, because he was riding upon an ass, man. Right. Matthew 11 and 29. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. Matthew 11:29. The word lowly. The word lowly,
Strong's G 5011. Tapainas.
Right. Lowly means not rising far from the ground, which is where the word humos comes from, or humility. As a condition, lowly, of low degree, brought low with grief, depressed. Okay? Lowly in spirit, humble in a bad sense, deporting oneself abjectly, deferring servilely to others. Can't even pronounce that shit, man. But it says, the one is good is brought low with grief, depressed. What grieves you is these sicknesses, man. Again, like I was saying, you know. Yeah, and this all and that's who's gonna give praise unto the Most High, man. And I'm just gonna bring out this last thing. Ecclesiasticus 10. Verse 20. Among brethren, he that is chief is honorable. So are they that fear the Lord in his eyes. Okay? So the ones that fear the Most High, they're the true honorable ones. The fear of the Lord goeth before the obtaining of authority, but roughness and pride is the losing thereof. So the Most High will give you sickness to deprive you of pride, man. Because the Lord has chosen you. So the Lord is readying you, man. He's preparing you like the Spartan 300. You know, he didn't just was born and is put on a throne. He had to go through shit, you know, before he could obtain that crown. He had to be broken down okay, and then built back up in a certain fashion in order for him to be worthy to receive the spear and the shield and the crown as a Spartan king. So the same is happening right now. The Lord has been readying you, has been nurturing you from childhood, man. He's been rearing you up in a certain fashion, okay, to receive this truth. It tells you that in Galatians chapter 4, verse 4, you've had people like raising you up like stewards, man. Galatians 4, verse 4. Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all, but is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father. So the Lord is tutoring you and governing you in the way that you should go until the time appointed that you're made the heir of the kingdom to come. Okay? Because you're special. So the Lord has to afflict you more than the average person. You got to go through certain sicknesses, certain griefs of mind, okay, certain depressions. The Lord has to deprive you of wealth, give you a disability, make you blind. Certain things you got to go through, a yoke that you have to bear, even from your youth, in order to ready you to receive this knowledge, because this knowledge is a burden. That's why those of our people that are doing good in this world, they can't just come over and just receive this truth, because there's nothing deep about them. The Most High hasn't afflicted them. In order for them to become deep enough to receive the depth of this true knowledge, they haven't become deep because the Lord has not afflicted them, man. Do you understand? Even though they look good, they're doing good in the world, the Lord has not chosen them, man. Right? And read verse 2 again. But it's under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father. Okay? Right. Right. So let me go back to Ecclesiasticus 10 and 21. The fear of the Lord goeth before the obtaining of authority. Okay? But roughness and pride is the losing thereof, whether he be rich, noble, or poor. Their glory is the fear of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So the blind, the poor, their glory is their, what they say? Their glory is the fear of the Lord, man. They're gonna trust in the name of the Lord. Right? It is not meet to despise the poor man that have understanding, neither is it convenient to magnify a sinful man, which is Esau. It's not convenient to magnify him. You've got those of our people that magnify Esau, that stand by his word, that trust in his word. It's not, the scripture says it's not convenient to magnify a sinful man, the man of sin. Right? Great men and judges and potentates shall be honored. Yet is there none of them greater than he that feareth the Lord, man. There's no greater occupation than to be a man of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, to be an ambassador, a steward of the mysteries of the Most High, to be a servant of the Lord. There's no greater occupation. It is an honor to be a servant of the Lord, man. Okay? And that's what the 2/3 have not been privileged to see, that, man. They have eyes, but they don't see. And the Most High has not even allowed them to hear, man. Okay? That's right. So that's the point, on that. I think I've made my point. So anyway, with that, Shalom.